All right, guys. Sorry for that delay on the Well, wait a minute. We might not be back live yet. All right, so we were live. Hey, everybody. This is the Modern Geek, also known as Vant Mario again. We were opening up some Lorcana packs. We were just looking at the Collector's Edition 100 Years of Magic Animation Edition, where you get the alternate promo cards, and we were just opening up the packs. To review, we actually scored so far 4 epics, which was pretty amazing. So we actually got a King Louis, a Lady Tremaine, and then we were just talking about how we got a double epic of the Queen. We're running through some packs. We're gonna see what we pull, and then we're gonna jump into some painting. We're gonna do some more Lethal Shadow miniatures. I want to finish up the merchant that we were painting up. So we're going to be doing that as well. And I'm sorry. All right, it looks like we're back. Yeah, so video's live, everything's live. I hope our video viewership comes back. It looked like somebody kind of voted down. Like we had a live vote, which was interesting. And I think that's what caused it to push it over the edge. I don't know. I have to check overlays then. I didn't think I had any overlays turned on, but I guess I do. So I'm sorry for the parsec video. But yeah, this is where we got so far. And we got, it's half of our packs opened. We're going to see what happens in the next pack. We have 2 more packs in the Collector's Edition open. And I have another 10 packs that we're going to open of Floodborn, which is pretty insane, because I was able to score some at my local GameStop. Big shout out to the folks over there. All right, let's see what we get. All right, so we got Grumpy, I'm Stuck, Go the Distance, Ratigan, so it's the like alternative Ratigan, Basil. We got Last Cannon, Li Shang, Donald Duck, Perfect Gentleman, Merlin, which I have a ton of, specifically because I already have all those. Our first rare is Miss Johnson. Whenever you play a Floodborn character, you may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell. Face down and exerted. She quests for 2. She's a 1/5, and she is 4 to cast. She is not inkable. And then our other rare is Perplexing Signpost. Banish this item. Return chosen character from your hand. Chosen character to your hand. That's actually pretty cool. It's a return, and it's an item, so that's not a bad thing. And then we got a Varana foiled. I mean, we did get 4 epics. I mean, the King Louis I'm excited about because I haven't gotten him yet, but all right, last pack of our Collector's Edition, Painting the Roses Red, Dr. Faciliere, Minnie Mouse. Ooh, we got a Panic to go with that Pain that we got. And you can see when you play this character, chosen characters get +2 until end turn. If the chosen character is named Pain, he gets +4. So it gives him that ability to quest for 2 Lorcana, which is pretty cool. Nothing to Hide. Let the Storm Rage On. Doc, which I have so many of the dwarves. Mad Madam Mim. I have so many of those because I got the intro decks. I got a couple of them. Queen of Hearts. And then our first rare is Pete, which I haven't gotten him yet. He's got Ward, so that means he can't be targeted. And whenever you play an action, this character gets +2 attack until end of turn. And it's while this character has 7 attack or more, he gets wow, so that means he can quest for 4. That's kind of crazy. Beast, Selfless Protector. Whenever one of your other characters would be dealt damage, put that many damage counters on this character instead. So he sort of sucks up damage. Another epic, which is crazy. And then we got a foiled, Jafar the Snake. shift 2, so you can shift him up from another Jafar. And during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may draw a card. I just like that card foiled. All right. So I was able to get... So at GameStop, I was able to get a few more packs. So I got 10 more Floodborn packs. We're going to open those up. And then we'll take a look at the promo cards. All right. So not bad. We got... I mean, we did get like 5 epics out of that whole exchange, which is really good. All right. Nothing to hide. We're going to see a lot of doubles of cards. Grumpy. I'm Stuck. In fact, this is a clone pack because we got Go the Distance. Hopefully this is focusing for you guys. Radigan. Like, this is literally almost the same pack. Here's where it's going to start to differ. Beast. It's the stone version of the Beast, which is kind of cool. We got Last Stand. We got Binding Contract. We got Minnie Mouse. She's kind of good old basic Minnie Mouse. And then we got our first rare of the pack, which I have not gotten him yet, which is Cobra Bubbles. And he's literally just a 5/9 that quests for 2, that's 7 and inkable, which is not great. I'm not going to say that that's great. Second rare of the pack is Fallen Down the Rabbit Hole. Each player chooses one of their characters and puts them into the inkwell face down and exerted. Ooh. So that's an interesting... It can get you ahead, and it can also take a threat out. This is an interesting play card. And then our foil is actually a third rare, so we got a foiled rare in there, which is Strength of a Raging Fire. Strength of a Raging Fire. And it's a song. Characters of 3 or more can sing it for free. Deal damage to chosen character equal to the number of characters you have in play. So it gives you just a direct damage at somebody. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's always good when you get a rare foiled. That's always a good thing in a pack. And also when you get more rares. That's always good too. Alright. So we got Bon. We got Virana. We got the alternative Cruella. That's like kind of like our Gaston. We got Sleepy. We got Merlin as a crab. Oh, this is awesome. So this actually works with Mickey. I want to use this in my Mickey deck. Whenever you play this character, chosen character gains resistance until the end of their next turn, because it's a broom, so it works with Mickey's ability. I'm actually gonna put that to the side because I actually want those. Blue Fairy, evasive. I'm not gonna read all the cards. And then this is the Snow White that links to the 7 Dwarfs, which I will be putting her in my princess deck. And then we have 4 dozen eggs. I have so much of Haram Flabbershon. I have so many of him because he comes in one of the starter decks. So not the greatest rare to get as your first rare, but this is a hit. So this is actually a $13 card, which makes this all great. I should have also mentioned that everything that I'm opening, I paid MSRP for. I'm so stoked that I got this. I love this card. I love the art on this card too. 3 to play. It's not inkable. It's a 1/3. Whenever this character quests, you may return another chosen character of yours to your hand. Gain 2 lore. So This is going to go into the same Mickey broom deck. So it's going to be a way for me to replenish all my brooms. And then this is the way I'll return the Mickeys back to my hand if Mickey gets killed. So it's going to be kind of a really cool deck, and just this idea of everything returns. But this is an awesome epic to get. We're really hitting the epic stride here. And then for foil, we got an uncommon for our foil. You Can Fly. Chosen characters gains evasive until the start of your next turn. So it's a way to give people flying. Very nice foiled card, though. I like the artwork on that card as well. All right. So we're doing pretty well. No enchanted rares as of yet. But we got a lot of epic cards, which honestly, that's the best thing you could think of. I mean, obviously, I would love some legendary cards as well. But at least we're hitting some like larger cards, which are always good. You know, it's always helpful when you get those cards. All right, we got Eudora. Again, very similar pack to another pack. We got Croquet Mallet, Fidget. In fact, this is like literally almost card for card another clone pack. Because we got Flynn Rider. I'm pretty sure the next card after Flynn Rider in that pack was Jasmine. We got Prince Naveen. We got Hee Hee. This wonderful Rapunzel that I have, I think even like almost a foiled set of already, which is insane to me. Fang Crossbow. Now the rares here I'm not too happy about. Merlin. Merlin I do not want in any pack that I ever open. I have so many of Merlin because I have gotten multiple of the starter deck, which he comes in. He's actually foiled in that deck. So I'm probably going to trade all these regular Merlins. Minnie Mouse, not the greatest rare. She gets evasive whenever you play a second action. This character gets +2 lore this turn, so it's kind of nice. You could do a chain action with actions. She's not a terrible card. She's actually a pretty decent rare. And then very much do not want these either. This is also in the intro deck, but it is a foiled version of the card, which is nice. So we did get 3 rares in that pack. Whenever you play this character, banish her or return another chosen character. When you play this character, so you can play her and banish her. When you play this character, banish her or return another chosen to your hand. Yeah, it's a really weird. The whole Mana Mim mechanic is very, very odd. All right, so that was not the greatest pack. I fear that my packs will be clunky. I mean, again, getting the Prince, the Arthur card, that's a pretty good hit. The Beast is the one I really want, but we haven't gotten any legendaries. I haven't opened a single legendary, which is no bueno. No bueno at all. So we got Basil, Grumpy, Merlin the Squirrel. We've forgotten all the Merlin cards. Felicia, I've gotten so many of. Queen of Hearts. Just plain old Donald. I don't know why this set's very odd in how they did the cards. Lawrence. Bucky, which Bucky is actually a really good card. He's got Ward, and whenever you play a Floodborn character, each opponent chooses and discards a card. So you can make a very interesting deck with him. Yasma. Our first rare. Maurice's Workshop. Whenever you play another item, you may pay 1 ink to draw a card. So very interesting adds to this Maurice. And that's another deck I want to do. An item deck. Our second rare, Merlin. I'm not happy about that. Jesus Christ, I have so many Merlins. And then we got a foiled Nana. That was a crappy pack. I mean, the Maurice's Workshop I've never gotten before. There's a lot of rares I haven't gotten in this set, but that was definitely not what I wanted to see. That was not the best showing of rare cards. Not at all. By any means. Oh, my lord. Alright. Let's see what we got going on here. James the Queen. Croquet Mallet. Peter Pan's Dagger. Flynn Rider. Ooh, another broom. I'm going to put that to the side. Raya. Ellie LaBeouf. Donald Perfect Gentleman. First rare is Pack Tactics. Oh, geez. All right. Second rare is Peter Pan's Shadow. Again, not a very valuable card. None of the epics we got, except the Arthur, is worth anything. It's evasive. He's got Rush. And then any character with Rush gets evasive. I think this is actually a pretty decent card. I think it might be interesting. Ooh, I got a foiled Sleepy. I do want foiled dwarves because I want to foil out that whole deck when I do the princess deck, so it's all shiny. So I think it's really cool. We're down to, I'm opening these packs fast. We're down to 5 more packs. We're halfway through the 10 packs that I got in addition to the box. Have not opened up a legendary. Oof. This is some rough seas. I will say I'm happy because a lot of the cards that I got rare-wise have not been rares that I have gotten before, which is kind of nice. Princess Jasmine. Mulan. Chip. I actually have to start looking and seeing what princesses a variant of Mulan. Another Arthur. Donald, which we got previously. Ooh, Queen of Hearts. It's a different Queen of Hearts than the other one. She's got Shift. And whenever you do a challenge, she may draw a card. Robin Hood. This very interesting Cheshire Cat. He's just a basic Cheshire Cat, but I love the artwork on this card. All right, so the Grand Duke. Your princesses, kings, and queens get +1. So he would be obviously perfect in a princess deck, which I do want to make one. I haven't gotten him before. Whoa, that's a really... So he's just a 1/1/2, but he quests for 3 Lorcana, and he's Pinocchio. That's really good. That's a cool rare. And then we got Paw Sickle. So I feel like Pinocchio might be a hit. People may be playing with Pinocchio because he's such a good rare. I'm intrigued by this. But like you guys can see, I mean, our epic game is pretty handy, but we are not getting any legendaries, man. Floodborn's been a tough set for me. On the rare side. I also think it's a smaller set. Flynn Rider. Basil. Grumpy. Merlin. Another Felicia, because God forbid, another Donald. Another one of them. Ooh, Mouse Armor's not bad. Bounce. Oh my god. Merlin the Rabbit. Definitely don't want this because it's in the intro deck. And another Peter Pan. And a foiled Mother Gosling. Jesus, these packs are terrible. Oof. I mean, now I do have a playset of Peter Pans. This is bad. We're down to 2 more. Third pack we're on. It's the third to last pack. Jesus. Jesus, this is bad. Duke of Wesselton. Another Mulan. Legend of the Sword and the Stone. I think I've gotten too many of those. Raya. This artwork always throws me off. It looks... Ray, which that's an amazingly crazy card. I love this Jafar. I love the artwork on this card. Nana. This Pinocchio is actually pretty good. Whenever you play this character, you may exert chosen opposing character. Another Musler Gosling. Ooh, another Pete. Ooh, another Miss Johnson. Ooh, and a foiled Dragon Gem. Alright, so we got 3 rares in that pack. That's actually pretty good. Alright, second to last pack. I have not opened up one legendary. Holy crap. Well, then I guess all the luck went with everybody else's Floodborn packs. Alright. Another Grumpy. Another Merlin. Another Felicia. Oh my god. Queen of Hearts. Duke of Wesselton. Ooh, that cool Jafar that we liked. Yasma. Another Queen of Hearts. Another Robin Hood. Another Mini is our first rare. Ooh, Queen of Hearts. I haven't gotten this one yet. Whenever an opposing character is banished, you may ready this character. Oh. Okay. Oh, we got a third rare. Oh, and it's foiled. Oh, that's awesome. And it's a... Oh, that's awesome. Singer 3. Oh, that's really good. So obviously this would go in my princess deck. And it's foiled. Ooh, that's so cool. Alright, last Floodborn pack. Like I said, this is definitely not... I will not say that we are doing well on the Floodborn. Oh my god. The good news is you can actually buy most of the rare cards for like next to nothing. So it's not terrible, but all right, we got Snow White. This is the other Snow White, which you probably want to play with both of them, to be quite honest. Which is when you play this character, you may remove, because she removes damage counters, and the other one helps you play dwarves easier. This also, the artwork on this card wigs me out a little bit. Oh, there's the regular Lady Tremaine. I'm just going to go through these fast. Jasmine. We've seen all these last canon. Ooh, Fairy Godmother. That's kind of cool. Zero to Hero. That's cool. That's a cool card. Nick Wilde. I don't think I've gotten too many of Nick. Ooh, first rare. Prince Charming. Ooh, that's really good. And of course that cascades onto... because the princess deck, I was thinking of it being blue and amber, because that seems to be where all of them are. That's awesome. Oh, that's cool. We got another Arthur. Yes. So those are good hits to get 2 of those, because like I said, I think he's a $16 card. And we got a foiled... Ooh. We got a foiled Queen of Hearts, which is actually pretty cool. So, not terrible. But I'm just mesmerized that in all those packs we didn't get a single legendary card. Don't expect to get... I do not expect to get an enchanted rare, because enchanted rares... I have not gotten any enchanted rares for Floodborn. I mean, at this point, I haven't... Well, actually, I'm about at the same pack count, and I actually got 2. I actually got 2 epics from the first set. So it's interesting that I haven't received or gotten another epic from there. But it is pretty... I'm pretty so we just opened a total, just in case you guys were wondering, we opened a total of 14 packs. That's what we just opened. So to kind of put that in perspective, let me just put this here. Just so you could see how our spread was. From how our distribution was. Which I'm intrigued by one thing that I'm noticing as a trend with this. But, okay. So, in 14 packs, we opened up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there a print variation on these? We opened up 9 epics. So 9 epic cards. Now, we did get quite a few triple rare packs in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20. So obviously you get 2 rare spots a pack. So if we opened up 14 packs, we would be getting 28 rare cards. So we actually scored over that, and then we actually got 4 foiled rares, which is actually pretty decent. But like I said, as far as like what these cards are worth, or what's what we got, I mean, like I said, everything is very, very skewed. Like all of these cards are worth very little. But he's a good hit. So he's a $15 card. So to get 2 of him, that's pretty dope. That's $30 right there. Very nice. King Louis might actually be worth something, but probably not. Because most of the Lorcana cards at this point in this set are not... Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, they're literally worth like $1.50. It's crazy how little some of these cards are worth now. So really for me, the joy of opening these, it's really about getting those enchanted rares. The enchanted rares are where it's at. The enchanted rares are what I'm buying lotto tickets, right? And I only bought a lot more of these because I was able to get them at MSRP. So that's part of the biggest thing, is that product is starting to become readily available, and we're getting MSRP. Now, if you guys would like to see me open more, I was going to open these off camera, but I did also find, and this is bad. This is the equivalent to you have a problem, which is what I'm going to say with this. But I was going to open these off camera because I want to get to some painting. But I found more Chapter 1 packs. I said I was done with Chapter 1, but I saw these. It's like another shot to getting a mythic. I couldn't help myself. So if you guys would like to see me open these up, I'm more than happy to. But I'd like to get to some painting, so I think these might be an off-camera treat to myself. But I don't know what you all think. And then, so we can end on a very cool note, because I do want to take a look at these. Hopefully I don't have any weird prints, because I heard there were a lot of problems. Wow, these cards are really nice quality. They're bent, which is bad. But these are the promo cards for the collector's box. Whenever this character requests, you may pay... Oh, that's insane. You may pay 3 less for the character that comes out next. That's insane. I don't know. I said these were old cards, but I don't know if that's true. Shift 6, evasive, phenomenal. Whenever this character requests, you may play an action card with cost 5 or less for free. Yeah, so this is the epic genie from the first set. This is the rare Stitch from the first set. This was a rare Maleficent from the first set. And that's the Maui from the first set. Oh wow, these are really nice. Alright, I need to get... I'm going to put them back in their wax paper. But I really love them. I love the art style. Like I said, these are going to be... they're limited. So I'm sure these will eventually be worth something. But a lot of people got them because a lot of Disney places had them available. So it's not like these were... It's not like these were hard to find. That they were hard to find when it launched. They were actually the only product they had for a while. So but I'm pretty happy with what we got. I mean, obviously, I would have liked to have scored some legendaries, but I'm happy that we got rares that either I had very little of or we got more of, which is always nice. So. I'm going to give you guys a second, but if you would like to see me, as I said, open up the other 10 packs, I think I'm going to do that off camera, though, because it'll just be good old fun for me. Oh, what is happening here? So this should be... Yeah, these are the intro decks that are not sorted yet, and yeah, this is all of my like Floodborn cards. I'm just gonna put this on this side because this is gonna be all my unsorted stuff. Because I have to go through, I have to sort all these cards because I don't have that much Floodborn stuff. I have a little bit, but I don't have a ton. Because like I said, Floodborn for me has been a very, very tough... It has been very tough to find the Floodborn cards. But it has been... I'm starting to see a shift. I'm starting to see a shift in what we're seeing here in the way of... I'm just going to put all these together. I'm starting to see a shift where it comes to the other cards. So that's very good. Actually, maybe I'll just... Do I want to put these in order? I did do it the last time with my collection. Hold on, let's just do it really quick. Because I really want to have all this organized. But like I said, I'm over a lot of these cards because they... It's annoying. Yeah, you can see friendly face Mickey Mouse. So like, I've had more luck with some of the other ones, but like on my Epic side, like it would have been so nice to have like I would have loved to have gotten more of the Cinderella card. Like there's so much I would have rather gotten. Like I said, I'm not unhappy with the Arthur card. This frustrated the hell out of me when I got 3 of those. Like, I would have loved more of him. There's just some that I got playsets of that are just, like, silly. That's a nice one. I got a Mulan foiled as well. I've actually been very good about getting a lot of the princess foils. Ooh, see, like I was saying, I'm very happy that I have... Like, I think my prince and princess deck is going to be, like, super, super duper awesome. But, like, what's crazy is all of these, like, epics are worth absolutely nothing. Like, I find that to be just, like, insane. That, like, all of these epics are worth nothing. They're just worth absolutely nothing. Alright, let's speed this up. Because now I'm taking too long and I'm explaining stuff too much. Because I think the Lorcana train... I don't know. I don't see as many people like unboxing Lorcana or like doing stuff with it, and I don't know if that's just because it fizzled a little bit, or I think Lorcana in my area is starting to die because there's just not enough people that have it, which I think is I think it's like true of many games out there. If the playing community is not strong, and this is part of what I was saying about one of the things I got really nervous about when we started this whole Lorcana craze is I got nervous when stores were doing the whole like upcharging and all that other stuff, because I feel like what they did was they drove people away from the game. And I knew that was going to happen because people are basically not they're not going to sit there and waste their time on a game that's either not able to be played or is hard to find, or has all of these supply chain issue problems. So it's very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. And I think they sort of did what I feared they were going to do, which was have a game that was hard for people to get into. And that's on Ravensburg. That's on like a lot of different factors. Because part of it is also, I already have like freaking so many Merlins. I feel like the Grand Duke is in the Snow White deck too. So I think he's not really worth anything, because I think you can get a ton of him. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's in that deck. But yeah, it's like I just wish that I wish that they would have made more cards. I wish that they would have not made where did I put Pete? Oh, Pete's 5. I wish they didn't make it so the stores would have to carry so much of the product, and they could just order boosters the right way, and that they would have emphasized setting up the stores to get play, so they would have done price support before they worried about massively selling it. Like, there's just so many things that they did wrong. That I would say like needed to be figured out in a much, much better way than how they did it. So, I gotta get perfect shields to get all these things in, and then we're gonna binder it all. But I kind of need another binder for all my Lorcana cards. But yeah, I don't know if you guys out there are playing Lorcana. What are your thoughts on the whole thing? Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of how they handled the game, but maybe other people out there are huge fans of how they handled the game. Maybe they're like, oh, I think they did a great job, but I don't think they did. I say it a lot. You have to. Hold on, did I just mess something up? I think I might have. Because I think there's epics in a separate. Yeah, I did. As I say, I usually do that, so yeah, so this queen and this has to come out. Alright, so this is, yeah. Sorry, guys. Alright, so that's all the epics. So let me get this all back on track. I was about to say, because I'm like, I should have another mini. I'm like, why am I not finding any of these? Yeah, that's why. I put 90% of them away correctly. Because I was sitting there going like, I have like no action cards, no anything of anything. I'm like, why? So yeah, there's all my rares. Okay, so the rares are together now. And then here comes my epics. And this is in the wrong spot. It's got to be the other way around. Alright. Alright, sorry guys. We're going to be done with cards. I feel bad. Lady Tremaine. Beast. Peter Pan. That's crazy. It's crazy that I got two versions of the same Evil Queen. That's awesome. I love that I got two of the Arthurs. Alright, so all my epics are together. All my rares are together. So when I gotta obviously perfect shield the ones that don't have perfect shields. I gotta go grab some. I didn't get a chance to go grab those. I'm gonna put my promo cards in here. So they are protected the best that they can be. All right. I'm going to keep my two broom cards. I don't think we're going to open those other cards because like I said, I want to get to painting. And you guys have been more than kind. Oh geez. And I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking. And if you like us doing card openings and card unboxings and all that stuff, I'm going to do some magic stuff as well. Still got a residual cold. Or since you say residual cold, I still have a cough. From when I had the flu, which was extremely annoying. Alright, let's get back to our merchant, our spider merchant that we were painting up, which I promise are going to have, I'm going to take a break from doing the card unboxing stuff, and we're going to just go right into painting. We're going to have much more painting going on. We're going to start a Pokemon series and more models for our custom campaign scenario stuff. So super duper stay tuned. Because I'm gonna have a lot of fun with yeah. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with we're gonna have a lot of fun with a lot of custom minis and things that we're gonna use in a variety of different projects. So hope you guys enjoy, and Please sign up for notifications so you know when we're live. What I'm starting to do now is just, we're going to probably do a lot of random colors, because I'm going to start to, I want to make like different flasks, different, different things on this merchant, so it all kind of has a different vibe to it and different kind of color. So we're going to have a little bit of fun, because, as he is a merchant, and specifically like a fantasy merchant, he's going to have wares from different places, right? He's going to have wares from different lands, different potions and things on his cart. The only trick is I gotta be careful, because when I start to do what I'm doing, so I typically, when I do what I'm doing, I tend to try to find like different I try to find yep, I knew that was gonna happen. Just try to grab that. I try not to, obviously I try to like paint with one color and try to paint as many things as I can with that one color, because I don't want to do exactly what I'm doing now, which is have like two different colors next to each other. So you have the colors run into each other, or you have you kind of hit it and you accidentally are making and this is completely just me riffing and freeforming and just playing around with all the different colors that I want. I don't really have I really don't have a I don't necessarily have a scheme in mind, except I wanted him to be like an ice spider. I remember that. I remember wanting him to and you guys will see him start to come to life, because we're going to have a lot more there's going to be a lot more colors, a lot more also like shading. You're going to start to see a lot more details pop up. I am using the contrast paints. No. Man, that was, well, actually for that it might look well, because I want it to look like a lantern, so I put a little too much water on it. Sometimes I like to put a lot of water, sometimes I don't. And it's always interesting to use like contrast paints. I say this a lot when it's a model that's not made by GW. It's interesting to use those contrast paints, because the textures of other models are like slightly different, so you get a little bit of variation. And I was saying it in my other stream when we started, and then again, just want to shout out to Lethal Shadow Miniatures, which you can check them out. They're a really awesome company. They have so much on their website, and it's great models if you want a proxy for whether it's D&D or whether it's some of their models are great for proxying for Warhammer, whether you do AOS or whether you're doing even 40K, or just they have a lot of selections of different things. Lots of really cool models, so definitely check them out. I was able to meet the owner, the founder of it, and super great guys, super nice people, and I really had a good time with them. So check them out. They're super cool guys. What am I gonna do here? Oh, sorry guys. I know I always feel like I'm a little rusty with the painting, but we're gonna get there. My setup's getting better and better. I hope you guys are enjoying the new setup. I really am trying to get like crystal clear, good lighting, just make it like much better. And then we're gonna start doing YouTube content. I keep saying that. I know I say that a lot. I do apologize. That we have not. But I literally just came off of the flu, and it was like so intense. Just not the greatest time. So it was pretty frustrating because I'm like, oh, we're just starting to get into stuff. We're just starting to actually, I think I'm going to use the same blue I just had, the asthmatic blue, because I think that's going to look better as a shadow for the ice, which I want to work on. I think that's going to give me the aesthetic that I want. Yeah, it's going to 100% give me the aesthetic I want. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like I'm like, oh, we're finally getting things going. We're finally getting things started. And then I just like got hit with the flu, and I was like, bang, I was out. So it was just not a fun week. So I'm really trying to make our just trying to make things a little bit better. And it's just, it was just a rough week. It was just a really rough week because I got sick, and then my family got sick, and everybody was just not having a good week. And it 100% showed. But yeah, there was no way I was going to be able to like stream or paint. It was super hard. Like basically lying down was the coolest and best thing I could do. It was literally the best activity that I could do. I am totally like not on. So it was just, it was super hard. So for anybody out there that was like missing us and was like, Jesus, this guy like was off for a month and then he's like off for a week. Like, what gives? What's up? I'm sorry. Like I definitely was not trying to not be on. It's just that I was super not feeling well. So what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of adding that secondary color. I had an idea to do that, and it also, I think, is going to help to just break up some areas. And then I'm going to go in and do some overlays and just so he has like a little bit more intrigue. You don't really see a lot of his skin. So I just wanted to give that like a little bit. I want to give it a little bit more definition and tone in there. Because like I said, it's just interesting when you start to paint other companies' models that are not, your standard like GW models. You'll start to notice like slight differences in them. And you know, you want to like bring certain tone into those models, and you want to kind of like bring some of that detail, but like, you know, sometimes companies just they don't do the same thing. And then I say it all the time because I'm using contrast paints. Not to say that I can't make them work on a model that's not made by GW, but the you know, just the detail of a model is so different because the company that makes it, like, their mold is different, you know, and they're not thinking of using it with this paint system, so they're not necessarily creating ridges and detail and things for natural pooling to happen, which is what you know, what GW does with their models. But as you can see, I'm just pulling out muscle tones just to kind of like make it. And so now this should give him a little bit more definition, make it a little bit more. So just trying to paint in some shadows, which then will create some natural highlights and contrast. Oh no. And what I noticed as I was looking at the model, when I was looking at the model, you know, myself, I felt like the face, I'm going to show you guys, I felt like the face didn't have enough contrast in it. So that's another reason I wanted to like play around with a darker color, was just to try to try to introduce a slight darker tone. Into the face. I think the face will read better once I've painted a lot more around it, because right now part of why I don't think it reads very well is because I didn't necessarily paint all of it very well. I might change the color of the nails, but I kind of like the idea of it being like a bone. What I'm doing now is I'm just trying to get the nails themselves colored, and then I'm going to come back in and get the rest of the hand colored, because I realized I sort of like stopped at the nails. And I think it's because I thought a larger majority of it was actually the nail. But I'm realizing now that oh man. And I should say, like, 'cause sometimes I'll say that the sculpt is part of the problem, but the sculpt is not part of the problem. I just didn't see the detail when I first painted it. So again, we're painting the Spider Merchant. This is Lethal Shadows, a company that makes these models. They make a ton of models. They make some great models for proxying in Warhammer, which you should go check them out. They're super awesome, super good. Please let me know what you guys are working on. And reminder, we're going to be working on a lot of really cool custom models for our multiversal crossover campaign, which is going to be coming. I got to get all of the paint stuff done. I have a whole line of like Pokemon stuff we're going to work on because it's going to be integrated in that. It's going to be all these different realities coming together. It's going to be small squad based. So basically, we're going to do like battle reports. We're going to use the Marvel Crisis Protocol rules. So everything's going to have those powers. So it's a small skirmish game, but it's gonna play out as the story. So stay tuned if you want to see some really cool stuff. We will get back to painting some GW stuff as well. I'm gonna try to get back on the horse, and we're gonna try to do a few more streams a week, but it's gonna be late. Like we're gonna probably be on around 11 o'clock. So you notice I changed the schedule up, and I changed a little bit of what we're doing. And we're going to have some YouTube content, so come and check that out too. But I'm in the process of working on all that stuff, so be gentle, give me some time. All right, what was I doing? Oh, I'm going to get the Glacier Blue because I want to do the rest of those hands. And don't be shy. Say hi. Let me know what you're working on. What do you like? What's your favorite jam for tabletop stuff? Are you a AOS player? Are you a Warhammer player? What are you? What are you looking? What do you do with your fun time? And also, if you, I don't know if you celebrate Hanukkah or Christmas or another holiday, but what's on your hobby holiday wish list? I'm going to start asking that question when we go live as well. I do know for a fact I'm getting some hobby stuff for the holidays, which I'm very excited about. And some of the things that I'm getting are I'm excited about them because they're going to be prep for because I don't know who out there is excited like I am, but I'm super excited for the Old World, Warhammer Old World, which is essentially them redoing Warhammer Fantasy. If you have not been well versed in that, GW will be redoing that, and I'm super stoked about it. So I've been trying to gobble up a lot of the Cities of Sigmar stuff in prep for that, because I want to do some custom stuff with that stuff, specifically dwarves, because dwarves and Tomb Kings. So I was a huge fan of Tomb Kings. Funny enough, didn't play them when Fantasy was out, but actually played Wood Elves when Fantasy was out. I don't know anybody out there if they are part of my Wood Elf brethren. that was your jam, but it was 100% mine. Sorry guys, I know I'm being quiet. I'm just those hands are so intricate. I'm gonna have to do a lot of darkening, a lot of shadowing for them, to get a little bit more detail in there. But they're throwing me off a little bit because they're just very highly detailed. They're, so like I was saying before, this is a good example of where the sculpt, because it's a sculpt from a different company, it's just a little bit different how they do hands and stuff. So it's funny how when you're so used to painting like GW stuff, your brain kind of goes into autopilot, you know? So your brain like is going in autopilot, and it's like, oh, well, how do I do that? How would I paint that? And like, what do I expect? But yet the model is different, so you're not going to get the same thing. Now, I don't know what I want to do for the armor. I feel like it should be, I think I'm going to just do it in the same like gold that I did the bands and stuff. So he's got like the old-timey gold. And then maybe we'll do like silver on top of it. I don't know. What do you guys think? I should also do the ropes. I feel like I'm going to do the ropes. I'm going to try something with the ropes that I haven't done before. Oh, wait, no. That's not going to work because I have orange on that, on the wrap. All right. What do I want to do? Because I use Gilliman in some of the cloth. Ooh, actually, that's a kind of a good idea. Let me do Griffin Charger Gray for the ropes. What would happen if I did that? There'll be like a darker rope. I've never really done rope like that. Like sometimes rope is that color. I know sometimes rope is dyed that color. But I want like a neutral, because I'm doing so many other, I want to do so many other colors for all the equipment that he has, that I think having the rope be a more neutral color would actually be a good idea. Since I'm going to have all this like more colorful fabric and more colorful jars. What do you guys think of that? What do you think of the Space Wolf there? I kind of like that. Kind of like that. I mean, I do like the sculpt that they did. The proportion of the rope, it doesn't look like super cartoony, but it has a little bit of a large perspective. But I actually like this, because then I can go a little bit more on the other stuff. I don't know. I don't know what everybody out there at TV Land is doing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the gold over that. As I say, guys, I promise that I'll get a proper monitor for the chat and for everything else so that I can actually see stuff. And I don't know if the audience out there, now I know it says Lorcana. I don't know if the audience out there wants me to open the other 10 packs or 12 packs from Chapter 1 from a restock that I saw at Target. But let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Because I always like, you know, sometimes it's kind of nice to take a break and let stuff dry. But like I said, I'm more than happy to leave that as like my own you know, my own thing. Is anybody like super looking forward to any GW releases? I mean, not that you really see a lot of releases during the holiday time, really all they, we have, they'll do like the commemorative stuff. So they'll have like the commemorative models for the holidays and things like that. Most of the time it's just really the, obviously they do their, like army boxes and battle forces. So you kind of get an incentive to collect, and get into the hobby, especially if you're looking for, something that would make a good gift for a hobbyist. I was gonna say, is anybody out there? What do you normally get the hobbyist maybe in your family or yourself? If you're the hobbyist, do you treat yourself? I've heard a lot of different folks out there do different things. I think I have a lot of respect for some folks who, there was a buddy of mine that, they don't necessarily venture into getting anything else until they have, I'm gonna have to whiten that, redo it. They won't necessarily pick up anything new until they've painted everything. Which I applaud anyone who has that mentality with hobbying stuff, because I am 100% guilty of just constantly picking up more and more and more models, and collecting them, and not having painted them as of yet. And I think it's a habit I'm trying to get out of. But obviously now that we stream and I do all the streaming and painting, I always want to have new things to paint. So that always makes it hard and kind of easy to justify. Buying a bunch of other models. So I have a tendency to definitely to definitely make it about that. So all I'm doing now is I'm just going through all the rope. I know sometimes people who watch my stream, I think you guys get annoyed sometimes that I like kind of paint the same thing. I go around and paint like all of the same thing, so it's a lot of like repetition. But as I said before, I tend to do that. The reason behind doing that is so all of one color dries, so I can go grab another color and paint something else. Because by the time I'm done painting the one color, it ends up being I'm able to go and grab other stuff. What do you guys think of this Spider Merchant so far? I really like this concept. Again, very WoW colors. But for what we're going to use it for, I'm going to be using it in both D&D and our tabletop game as an NPC. So, kind of fits the scheme. Gonna have him hail from the for my more seasoned D&D players out there, Spelljammer. He's gonna hail from that area. of so he's gonna be, that's why he's like an ice spider, because he's gonna be like a space spider. I won't give you more about him yet, but he's gonna be from there. And I actually have some minis that I grabbed from Hero Forge. That'll be some additional characters from there. And what's cool about this multiverse campaign is that if that goes well, we will start to potentially tell stories and adventures in those other realms. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But it does mean there is a lot of just prep. So it's not true. There are actually a lot of the prep is done already, because I actually painted quite a bit of the models. But it's just some of these specialty ones. I didn't have the means to get all of them, so I have to now get them and then paint them up. And all right, let's see what we got going on here. Oh, jeez. I know, it's like so insane how much rope there is. That's why it's fun to do this kind of painting where you paint like one detail and just kind of go through and do it. You like I said, you realize just how much of that rope there is to paint. But I think the neutral gray color 100% is what was the right move. Because now when you see it through all of that, and once I start painting all of these other areas, I can go with some color, and I think it's just going to really bring it all together, and it's going to be nice and like just nice and neutral, and just give him a whole other vibe and feel. What are you guys thinking? I'm gonna say, while we let him dry for a minute, we will be getting back to painting this. I'm sorry that we started and did not, but here's one of my custom Tyranids. I actually sculpted a marine on the side there, so we will get to painting some 40k stuff, and I have some AOS fantasy stuff that we got to get back to painting. But I definitely started to rough out the base and like started to do more on this. But I'm really happy with the way that my Tyranids are coming out. We're going to do more of the Tyranid army. For sure. We're going to 100% work on that. And then for that custom campaign, we're going to get Oogie done. So this is, of course, for anyone that knows Mirrorverse for Disney. I found on Etsy from a random company. I don't remember the name of the company now because I've had this model for a while. We're gonna get this back and finish painted because this is gonna be another character in that multiverse campaign. So a lot of really cool models. I have a lot of really like zany, weird, insane models. So yeah, you definitely want to check that out. I'm gonna let that dry for just a sec, and then why not? Let's open up. Who wants to open up more Lorcana cards? Nah. We'll wait. We'll do painting. Let's just keep painting. You guys came for the painting. I know you did. I will not subject you to more cards. Anybody want to tell me their life story on the chat? No, I'm kidding. Don't be shy, though. Say a big hi. Hi, what you're working on. And obviously, if you have not yet followed us, please give us a follow so you know when we're live. The schedule, I'm really trying to do somewhat what that schedule is, but the reality is, I'm gonna try to stick to it, but I've had a lot of trouble sticking to it because lately, and obviously because it's also going to be the holidays, we may not be on as well. We won't be on maybe as frequently as our schedule says, but the other reality too of it is that I may start to focus more on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays as the time that I can be on. So you may want to add notifications and sign up to follow us because it may not always be the times that you see there. I'm gonna try, but yeah, my weeks just get a little unpredictable because I have to do this when I have free time. Because I'm not like some of the other folks on here that can do this a little bit more on the full-time side. I'd love to do it full-time. I'd love to get to that point. But because I am not, it is a little on the hard side. So I just remind everybody who is stopping by that if you have not already followed us, to make sure you do. And if you are already following us, thank you so much for doing so. Sorry, I'm just like trying to look at what, because it's interesting how the model is, but obviously some things are like inside of cloth, and then other things are not inside of cloth. So I'm like trying to figure out where certain things are. And I should say I'm using the snakebite brown. I use that a lot for wood. I like it for any like fantasy model I'm doing that's like wood. So I'm using it right now just to block out some of that wood color on things like the crate and just different things inside of here. Yeah, when I was at, because I actually met the president of this company at Comic-Con, and I feel so bad because like I told him that we were going to be reviewing and like doing his stuff, and then, which is crazy because I got sick at Comic-Con also, so I was really, really sick. At Comic-Con, and then just recently I was sick again. I mean, maybe I got the flu twice. It's possible, but it was insane. So I felt so bad because that happened, and then it was like, I'm like, oh, we're gonna review your stuff, and I'm gonna be putting it on my channel, and like all this stuff, and then I got like super sick. And once I got super sick, it was like I couldn't do anything. And then it turned into like, a full month. And I was like, oh my God. So I feel like super bad. And they were so cool. They were so chill. And they like let me interview the painter that they had there. They showed me and we talked about their so not only do they have models, but they also have like painting supplies, and they actually have their own like paintbrush system, which is pretty cool, which is like an interchangeable like brush set, which is really cool. So you just like change out the brush tip for their brush, which I think is a really interesting idea. My goal, my goal is once I get through the holidays, if I get some extra cash, I'm probably gonna buy one of their brushes just to kind of try it out. I bought so many models during Comic-Con that I had to sort of pace myself and stop. So I didn't get a chance to grab the brushes. But they gave me the whole like tour of it and everything, and it was super super awesome. I was so appreciative. But then I felt so bad because it was like, oh, I'm gonna review your stuff and I'm gonna put it on my channel and all this stuff, and it's like it never happened, and I was like, crap. So now I am focusing and showcasing them. This is their Spider Merchant model. I love it. I did buy a mixture of some things that were con exclusive and some things that are their general. So I unfortunately I can't. They asked me not to show the con exclusive stuff. They only wanted me to show the the stuff you can buy on their website, their actual models. So I will be focusing on that. But like I said, because like one of the con exclusive models was like really cool, and it was very made me think a lot of like Tomb Kings from Warhammer Fantasy. So I was like, I did buy like those models. I did buy like a few other things that were there. So it's like, but like I said, that was a con exclusive model. So it's like, but even without the con exclusive stuff, there was definitely just like some really, they just have a really great range of models. Excuse me. So I was like definitely like blown away by like what options were there and just like what you could leave with, which was really cool. So I believe they also do dice as well. So I'm just using some Margot's purple. Like I said, for a lot of the things on him, like the bottles and other stuff, I wanted to make them, I wanted to make like a lot of different eclectic colors to like really emphasize that he has like a lot of different different products, different wares, different So I want it to look like he's got like 3 different potions. So I'm going to play a lot with the idea of like, everything having just a little bit of a different color scheme. Deliberately picking an elixir bottle on the other side because I don't want to touch where the purple is. And that's what I loved when I saw this model. The reason I grabbed it was because I just loved how it was just crammed full of stuff. You know, it was crammed full of stuff. It was crammed full of detail. So I knew it was going to be a lot of fun to paint, because I love when you have all this intricate detail in a model, you know? And you can have fun with it. You can have... You could just have like a different way about doing it and just have like a lot of fun. Sorry that I keep jumping around, guys. I have a tendency to do that, especially when I'm doing, like, once I've gotten past, like, doing the general, like, big colors, I have a tendency to go a little bit more into the realm of like nitpicking and jumping around with the paint. Everybody's so quiet. My guess is everybody's painting. I bet I'm a little bit of background noise probably. Which I'm okay with that. Do you guys like how the Spider Merchant's coming out? Do you feel like it's a good endeavor? Do you like the model? I know quite a few people that have come and checked out us painting this stuff. A lot of people have said that they are familiar with the company. They're familiar with the model, the folks that I'm talking about. They've ordered from them before. Oh, thank you for following us. Got the follow. Hey, my alert sounds are working. Hey, look at that. Hey. Jeremiah 16519. How are you doing? On this fine night. It's going okay. Can't complain. Just gonna do a little bit of shadowing in there. Figured while I had this dark color, ooh, there's some rope in there. Didn't even notice that. Well, that's good. Are you working on any current projects? So this is the Spider Merchant. It's from Lethal Shadows. So let me get their card. Let me get their card out. So yeah. So this is the company that makes this model. Lethal Shadows Premium Minis. I'm showcasing them on my channel. We're going to be using this. I'm actually going to be using this in some campaign-driven Warhammer Fantasy stuff. We're also going to do a multiverse campaign. Using the rules of Marvel Crisis Protocol, but doing like a campaign setting. So it's going to be small skirmish battling. So I'm going to be using him in there. I may also use him in my D&D games. But what's really cool about this company is they have a lot of great minis, and some of them are beautiful for proxying in for Warhammer stuff. But I was really, really taken back by the models that they had, and they're going to expand. They're going to be doing more sci-fi models as well. So they're going to be getting into more 40K potential proxies as well. So I just wanted to showcase their models because I met him at Comic-Con. I met their president, really cool guy. But yeah, so I'm going to be using this in some custom stuff that we're going to be doing. I'm super excited about it. but yeah, he is the spider merchant. So he, just to give you an idea, he's going to be the multiverse campaign that's going to use the Marvel Crisis Protocol rules. Is going to have all different realities basically mashed together. So, and Warhammer is going to be in there too. And specifically, it's going to be our 40k space marine orcs. So they're going to be orcs, I guess you could say, from an alternate dimension, sort of. Yeah. Well, I'm going to use Spelljammer as well. So actually, I was going to use him. He was going to be part of a Spelljammer campaign. So actually, he's going to hail from that realm in this crossover kind of thing. He's going to be like a space merchant. That's why he's like an ice spider. So it's like a... and then I have other minis coming that are going to be the crew members, but they're all original characters. They're all original characters that I came up with. So in addition to just like the small skirmish game that we're going to do, eventually my goal is to do RPG sessions with that. So we're going to have that on the channel too. A lot of prep, a lot of work, but we're going to have it happening. Hopefully all that sounds really cool. So yeah, and I have all kinds of cool stuff happening. I even have some Pokemon models coming. So we're gonna have a squad of that, and that realm kind of eaten in there. If you've been watching the channel for a while, I already had started prepping for this campaign a while ago, but unfortunately, due to COVID and just a lot of other factors, we had to take a break. We couldn't finish the campaign, and the reason as to the why there was because a lot of the players that I used to play with kind of vanished, and it's not anybody's fault. You know, with COVID, everybody kind of shifted gears, shifted places, shifted where they were. So I kind of like lost those folks, but now I have a new group of folks, and may even have some of those older folks coming back, and we're all going to get back together. So I have enough people that I can at least start doing a small little bit, and we can expand it further if we need to. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. But I didn't finish that point. But what I was going to say was, if you've been here for a while, Dragon Ball Z is also going to be part of that campaign. And you might have seen me paint those models. But I found on Etsy, because I am a mad demon at Etsy, I found some people that made some of those models. So we will also have that universe kind of come in. The big thing I have to start working on is the boards and the maps. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So you'll start to see that on Wednesdays. You're gonna start to see me build game assets, and I will be relaunching my Patreon, where you'll be able to get those assets. There's gonna be play mats on there. I'm gonna have all kinds of other means of stuff, and it'll be original stuff, but I'm gonna make it available for Patreon members who contribute and help us along, because I do want to evolve my channel and get things moving. So I also am a commissioned painter, so if anyone out there is intrigued or interested in getting stuff painted, that is an excellent other way you can support the channel. Lots of different ways to support the channel. So what do you normally play, my friend? I know you said that you're not currently working on anything, but what's your normal like game of choice? Oh, cool. Yeah, so you'll start to like again once I relaunch the Patreon, and we'll kind of relaunch it and have a little bit more fanfare around it. You'll like some. I've been waiting to get into Pathfinder Second Edition. Oh, nice. I played Pathfinder a while ago. I haven't played Pathfinder in a long time. I've played quite a few RPGs. Um, Still going through the rules. Nice. Well, I was gonna say you will really you'll really like um our Patreon once it gets back up and running, because I'll be releasing NPCs and characters, so you'll get a full backstory, full character. I do portraits and artwork for the characters. So once I get the Patreon back up, back launched, you'll start to see some of those assets available if you follow for the particular tier. I'm going to try to make things for modern settings and you know, all that good stuff. Just putting in a little bit of shading here so that we have a little bit of a darker color. I'm also going to just work in a little bit more color. That's what I love about the contrast paints. Yeah, it's gonna be, because that's what I wanted to do. So like you'll have like, whether it will be for our Patreon once I relaunch it, you know, we're gonna have I'm gonna have different assets available. Ooh. And you'll have access to any content we make, because I can't, you know, because all that stuff, especially this stuff for like the multiverse campaign, which is going to be a lot of different franchises, I can't sell that stuff. So I'm just going to make it available to folks that donate, you know. Just doing a little bit of shading inside of here. So what I'm doing is I'm using the Gilliman to just go over some of the wrinkles, so the wrinkles start to have a little bit more shadow to them. Well, yeah, because I won't be able to sell that stuff because that's like somebody's protected IP. So I have to do that. There will be some original stuff. Like that's why I'm gonna have merch and stickers and things like that. But and then for things like the space orcs that I'm gonna be creating, I will be creating like my goal is to create a graphic novel, or not a graphic novel, like a strip for them, like a comic strip. So it'll be funny. It'll have some fun content to it, but obviously, you know, it'll infer what they are, but it's not going to obviously use Games Workshop's properties, because I do not want to be sued by them. I do not want to be on anybody's radar for that. That would be super not good on all fronts. So oh, did I not paint that? Oh, I didn't. Look at that. Alright, so I'm just gonna paint that right now. But hello everyone. If you're just joining us, we're painting up the Spider Merchant. Specifically, this Spider Merchant is hailing from well, I'm going to be using him. There's actually a few different places I want to use him in, but the specific place that I'm thinking he's from is for anyone that's familiar with the setting Spelljammers from D&D. That is pretty much who I am thinking he is most like being. Places I'm thinking of using him is going to be in. I actually might even use him in Necromunda because I sometimes play Necromunda, and he would be a good, again, doing like a campaign storytelling in Necromunda because I like that world of Necromunda. Oh yeah, that's actually one of the characters I have to work on, is the plasmoid person. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. So once I get all the prep work done for this multiverse campaign, we'll have so much stuff ready to go, um, like model wise and setting wise and terrain wise. Well, so I don't want to give away too much because I want to introduce them when the minis come in from Hero Forge. But the so one of them is the bug creatures from and he's a warrior. So he's one of the bug creatures from there. The plasmoid character, he doesn't look like the plasmoids in the book, but he's gonna be he's there's an element, I don't want to give away too much, but there's an element of so with the Spelljammers world, and this kind of fits the aesthetic of this too. I was thinking, so for anyone out there that's a big Hitchhikers of the Galaxy fan, it's gonna have it's gonna emulate that a little bit in its way. So the characters are gonna be that kind of, they're gonna have a little bit of a level of absurdity to them, and they're gonna be very funny. And there is a druid character. There is a few other characters in there. But it's going to have that kind of tongue-in-cheek humor of like that kind of space. And so when I saw things like the Spider Merchant, I thought it fit that setting very well. And then, like I said, it's going to be involved in this multiversal campaign thing. So I think it's going to be a really fun time. But anyway, guys, I know that I didn't get super far. I know I did a little bit. We opened a lot of the Lorcana packs before, which I hope you guys are finding that fun. It's kind of a break. But we're going to really focus on the painting. I'm going to kind of take a break from opening up packs of cards and all that stuff. I like doing it for fun. But I'd rather just sit down and we do longer painting videos than doing this other stuff. But we have been going for almost 2 hours now. It's a little on the late side for me here. So I am going to jump out. If you want to see more, I hope you guys like the paint job we did so far. And please come back. My goal is to be back on again most evenings, but we're gonna probably be doing it, start time's gonna be around 11 o'clock, so it is gonna be a later stream. I just can't, it's hard for me to do the 9 o'clock start time, and especially with my new setup and everything, but we're gonna be definitely doing more. So and we will eventually get some specific YouTube videos up as well. If you miss our show here at Twitch, I'm also going to be uploading all of that onto my YouTube channel. So if you can also follow the YouTube channel, that would be amazing. And we will eventually have some original stuff going on over there. Things like the multiverse campaign itself, any D&D that we do, I'm going to be doing it on the YouTube side because we're going to pre-record it and then we're going to pop it up there. So, because we want to do some editing and make that a lot nicer. And there's going to be some other really cool, fun content. I have some fun ideas. So we're going to get going. We're going to get started. I hope you guys enjoyed. And again, big shout out to Lethal Shadow Miniatures. Check them out. Go to their website. They have a ton of cool stuff. And we're going to be painting up some more of their models as well. And I'll show you guys a sneak peek really, really quick of... So I did say that there was going to be a Pokemon component to this multiverse campaign. I will show a little bit of a sneak peek. And for a lot of people out there, they may have seen these models already, but so the idea in our multiverse campaign is that we're going to have... So these are the different evolution forms of Charizard. But because there is a multiversal crisis, the Pokemon are going to fall through those portals, and it's going to manipulate and change them a little bit. So they're going to be a lot more monstrous and crazy. So I found some of these reimagined models online. And then, of course, here's our Pokemon trainer. I'm going to probably use this Pokemon trainer, but I was going to try to even maybe create a custom one because I've been working on my own Pokemon trainer and my own Pokemon for him. But for now, we have this coming. I have other Pokemon, so we'll be painting these up. So if you want to see some of these as well, they're going to be part of that as well. And obviously, we're going to paint 40K and fantasy stuff as well. And then here's Moltres reimagined, which is pretty amazingly cool. Like I said, I'm addicted to Etsy models, so I'm just gonna keep buying them. But I will do a formal, complete video on these models because I want to showcase the Etsy shops that I grabbed them from. So, and they also have to get primed. So if you want to see more of this cool stuff and see us paint it, make sure that you're following us. Sign up for notifications. Be part of all of our social media and other channels. And we'll see you guys very, very soon. I cannot wait. Again, I am the Modern Geek, also known as Vant Mario. You can check out my website as well. I do commission painting. I'm also a commission artist, so don't be a stranger. Check it out. By checking that out and supporting us, that is other ways to support the channel and support us endeavoring further and further. So, and it's always my pleasure, and I love it. Please come, ask questions. I love helping people with their painting projects. And I love to be creative. Sorry, I'm still getting over my cough. It's almost gone, but it's not completely gone yet. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care, everybody. And it was good to see you, Jeremiah, and anyone else that's not following us, please check us out.